This is Rob Pauw, and today in Turbo Talks we're talking to Edvald Boasson Hagen of Entity Pro Cycling about the UCI Esports World Championships. Alright, welcome back to the Turbo Talks podcast. The pro peloton is slowly coming out of their off season and they're already starting their preparations for the year ahead. But some riders will have one more chance to add an elusive rainbow jersey to their collection in 2020, because on Wednesday, December 9, it is time for the UCI Esports World Championships on Zwift. A variety of pro riders, e-racing specialists, mountain bike stars, cyclocross stars and triathletes will be all equipped with a Tacx Neo 2T trainer to defend their country's honors in Watopia. And our guest for today's episodes will be proudly donning the Norwegian jersey in that quest. It is Edvald Boasson Hagen of Entity Pro Cycling. Welcome, Edvald. How are you going?
Hello, thank you. I'm all good. I'm at home in Norway and enjoy the time here and just started back training a bit again now and getting ready for the E-Worlds I'm getting ready for, and also next season. So it's nice to be back on the home trainers and do some good work there.
So how has your off-season been? How long has it been?
I had a month off. I felt like I needed to have quite a bit totally off, so I've not been training too much. I did the Panne was the last, and then I had one month and just started some weeks ago now to get back some gym and some home training, some gravel bikes, and done bits of everything now and enjoy this time. It's nice also to just be home and do some variation of training. So I enjoy the time actually.
How hectic was the season? That you said you all needed a month off.
Yeah, it was quite hectic when you first started again. Of course, we were home way too much, but of course we needed to do like we was told to because of the corona. But and when it first started, I was about 2 weeks home since middle of June till end of season. So it was a lot of traveling and quite a lot of competition. So it was nice to then have a break at home again and get ready again for next year now.
Yeah, and you gotta. I hope you stayed a little bit in shape. You said you've done some activities because now immediately a World Championships coming up.
Yeah, it is. So I've been keeping up some fitness and some shape, but I hope I'm in the good shape and also have a lot of freshness in the body. So I hope that can help for the Worlds for Zwift. So I go for freshness and some fitness as well.
Yeah, because like we said, suddenly the World Championship are coming up. It's a 50-kilometer race. It's on Watopia. It's for the insiders. It's the figure 8 reverse course. And it finishes on the second lap on the climb of 900 meters at 5% on the Zwift KOM. It's a reasonably flat course. The climbs that are in there are short and punchy. Have you already thought about your aero setup of your Zwift bike and the bike selection, etc., and stuff like that? Or
well, I'm riding the BMC bike, so I'll probably be doing that in Zwift as well, I think. And I hope it's a good all-rounder bike in real world, and I think it's also good for Zwifting. So I think that's a good bike setup, and I've been doing the figure 8 reverse and in Watopia in general quite a lot now these last days. So I should be ready, and I know the course and the final climb pretty well. I have quite a lot of kilometers in Watopia since Zwift came out, so I know the roads and also to ride through the peloton in Zwift is not the hardest. So I think I'm okay prepared.
Yeah, I was about to say you're really experienced. I think on Zwift, spent a lot of time on there. I think you are one of the 2 professionals who still have the Tacx Magnum. along with Robert Geesink. It's not available anymore, but it always looks really fancy when you see someone riding on it. I think I saw a photo of your on your Instagram page on it as well. But you had a new toy since yesterday, which you can use.
Yeah, it's the newest Tacx Neo 2T, so it is also great. I had a training on it yesterday, and it feels really smooth and nice. So I look forward to use that a lot more during this winter. And but also when I have rides on that 6 hours, then it's nice to be on the treadmill. It's makes the time go a bit faster as well. So it is good to have some options in the basement.
And for the Worlds, actually, all the riders will be riding on the Tacx Neo 2T trainer. So everyone will be having the same equipment. You think that's going to have sort of like an influence on the outcome of the race, or is it going to play a role?
I think it's really good that everyone has the same equipment, and at least everyone start on the same page, and we will be competing on the same level, and not any benefits of any different equipment. So I think that's great, and it's a good feeling. Then you feel it's more equal, everything. So that is really, really nice, I think.
And you already said you've done a lot of you've ridden the course already a couple of times. You know that climb. How can you use your Zwift experience in that race, you think?
Well, I know the climbs a lot, but actually I haven't been doing too many races, so I think it's a lot of other Zwifters out there with more racing experience on Zwift. But anyway, I think with the knowledge of the climbs and how to approach them and how long they are and things, it's also a benefit to have that. But it is going to be really interesting with, like you said in the intro, with it's a lot of different triathlon, cyclocross, mountain bikers. It's a lot different riders, so it will make a difference. But we all ride on the same in the same worlds now, and it's going to be interesting to see who's the strongest there now.
Because I think on Team Norway, one of your teammates, Vidar, is also a mountain bike rider, is he?
Yeah, I think so, and he's also good in Zwift. So it's I think we have a good team, and I think it's going to be interesting. I haven't been competing with them, so it will be nice to be on the team, and hopefully we can make a good result on the Worlds.
Are you guys going to have a sort of like a meeting before, tactical meeting, to discuss how you think or you hope it's going to pan out and what the roles are going to be? Is there going to be some tactics for Team Norway?
Yeah. We have some. We have a group that we talk together, and probably we will make a tactic meeting in the coming days. But we haven't done it yet. But we will have a go through the course and things. So it's gonna be fun for the Worlds.
If you look at the Zwift success from NTT, obviously in that virtual Tour de France, really successful, a lot of stage wins, etc. Are there like any lessons learned that you take from that into this experience, or?
Yeah, it is. I think I learned some things there. It is not the same as riding outside. It is also a little bit tactical with the boosts and all those. Yeah, I don't remember what
all the power ups.
The power ups, yeah, that can make a difference, and you have to know a little bit how to use them, so you use them in the right way. And it is good to have some experience on how to use that, and also to sprint. It is different on Zwift compared to outside. So I'm happy I did some stages in the virtual Tour de France as well. So I hope I can have that and some benefits there.
What's the main difference in sprinting? Other than obviously you don't have to position yourself in a certain way to fight for the position, maybe that much, but
yeah, that's a big difference. But also you have to time it correct and press the power ups while you are in the sprint, and also to use the right ones. And hopefully you get the right power ups. It's also not given that you have the right power ups when you want to have it. So it makes it interesting, and I think it's all about timing also for in the climbs, and in general, it's not that easy that people maybe think it is from when they sit and watch in the sofa, but that's also in real life. I think it's a lot of people in the sofa that thinks it's easy to also ride Tour de France or do a sprint outside. So that's probably the same thing. The same people will think the same.
Is there a certain distance on Zwift when, say, it's a flat sprint, when you think, okay, this is the distance that I need to open up now and go full gas for the sprint?
In real life, I often open a bit too early, and in virtual Tour de France, I also did open too early. So I have to adjust my sprints anyway. So, but it is, like I said earlier, it's hard to time it correct. So I'm probably not the correct one to say when you should open it. And if I knew, it's probably not the best thing to say.
You can't spoil it already. You maybe even some of your teammates from NTT are listening as well. So a lot of them on the start list. Michael Valgren is there, Ryan Gibbons is there, obviously a fast guy. Did you go through the start list, and do you think already noticed like someone who could be a favorite for the race?
I haven't really gone through it yet, but Ryan Gibbons is super good he showed in the virtual Tour de France as well. So he's good. So I think he can be really up there for the Worlds, and it's going to be interesting. But I think we will also have some surprise from other riders that I maybe not know from other disciplines in cycling.
Yeah, I think they're obviously the real Zwift specialists, maybe like a Ollie Jones from New Zealand or Lionel Lefouillassin from Belgium. I think Victor Kampenaerts would probably just go really long attack straight from the start, make it a time trial, maybe, or not.
Yeah, that's a big chance for that. So you have to be open for everything there, and it is quite similar to the real world. That if you open too early, it's hard to be out there. You get pretty cooked pretty quick as well because of the draft, and you have to be a little bit smart and stay in the group, and also not be caught behind in the split. It's super hard to get back then.
So in terms of tactics, if you look at that start list, some countries obviously have more riders on the start line than others. How do you think that will play its role?
I'm not sure. It's hard to really ride together anyway in Zwift. I think it's you have to, or maybe if you have a lot of experience, it helps. But I think the strongest man will win anyway, and that's the main part in Zwift Worlds. It's not all about the teams, and in that way, I think. But I might also be totally wrong.
It's going to be a race full of surprises on the 9th of December.
That's for sure.
If you look at your preparations, I can imagine that usually when you start like building up to the to the new season, you're doing maybe traditionally a lot of longer, easier rides, and now suddenly a bit more high intensity stuff. Did you change anything in your prep?
Well, didn't change too much, but I've done some intervals and a little bit of longer rides, but it's not been too much. But I also been used to do quite a lot of intervals in the early or during the off season anyway, so it doesn't make too much difference. So I hope that I will be quite fit for the Worlds. So it's going to be super interesting.
Is that something that you've always done, that bit of intervals in the preparation for the new season, or is it something that you changed over the years if you compare it to like 10 years ago?
No, I always been doing, of course it depends on intensity, but I always been doing some intensity work when I'm on the home trainer, as well as longer rides, and combination with cross-country skiing and riding my bike, mountain bike and cross bikes and things outside. So I do quite a lot of everything during the off season actually.
Is the cross-country skiing, is that a secret formula to the success?
Well, I used to do it a lot when I was younger, but it's been less and less. So, and I was pretty good when I was younger as well. So I think it's for sure it's good training for core and stability and also endurance work. So I think it's really good, and I hope there comes some snow soon so we can start do some cross country as well before the season starts again.
Didn't I see that there was like a Spanish cross country skier who's now becoming a pro cyclist with Androni?
Possible. I don't know, actually. I haven't seen that.
Might have to look it up just to check. But okay. Yeah, obviously cross-country skiing way popular in Norway. You might want to have some daylight for that, though, and that's pretty rare at the moment, right? Where you are.
Well, we have daylights from around 8 till 3:30. It starts to be a bit darker now, but today it's been misty and gray. But the other days now, it's been really nice during the day, crisp air and sunny. So it's been beautiful actually. But of course, the days getting shorter. So it is good to start quite early in the morning to get all the hours done with the training.
Is that something that you've always stayed all the winters in Norway?
Well, we do training camps with the teams I've been to, and also so I used to go in December in Spain by my own and my wife to do some good training there in south of Alicante. So I've been also not so much at home, so it's good to get some good hours in hot weather as well. So I'm used to a bit of everything, so it's not like I'm staying in Norway all the time. But now in Corona times, it's harder to travel around, so then it will be more at home.
Yeah, and talking about training camps and maybe for the new season, we got a couple of Fed questions which are aimed sort of like at new season and at your new team with the switch that you're making. And I want to go through those, but before that, I want to let everyone know who's listening that they can actually also ride that World Championships course on Zwift in one of the Garmin Never Stop Cycling Tour rides that are coming up on Zwift. And maybe Edvald can join as well for another recon as well. It's on the 3rd of December is the first ride, and it's actually with Claudio Chiappucci, the famous Italian rider who's joining us. On the 8th of December, there is a ride with Jonas Vingegaard from Team Jumbo-Visma. And then on the 13th of December, after all the action, we also have still another ride on the World Course, and that is with an Astana rider. So yeah, all the chance for you guys at home as well to join for one of the rides, to ride on the World Course. So yeah, definitely join those. But talk about the fan questions. We had a lot of questions coming in on our Tacx social channels. And like I said, a lot of them already looking ahead to New Year. And one of them was from Sigan Salen, and he wanted to know, Edvald, how is your French? Because you're moving to Team Total Direct Energy.
Well, I have to really work on my French, so it's not great, but I hope I can communicate a bit on English, and I also will try to learn a little bit, and then I hope it will be good. But I look forward to meet all the people, and we were supposed to have a camp now in December, but due to Corona, it's not possible. So I look forward to meet them in January, hopefully, and to get to know everyone. So it's a change for me now, but it's going to be exciting. But also, I enjoyed the time in Quebec, but I will. It is nice to see now to have a small change and see how it is.
So, do you have like a one specific most memorable day in that entity or Quebec jersey? It's a lot of good memories there. But I think, of course, my victory in 2017 at Tour de France is the biggest memory of on my bike and in the team. But I think the memories from that actually is most
meaningful for me is all the bike handovers in South Africa to see how happy the people are for the Quebeca bikes and how much it helps with the Quebeca and the organization that we do and work for there. So I think that's the most powerful and good memories from the team, and of course all the nice staff and riders. It's been great there.
So was there a little bit of sort of like a goodbye end of season party at the end, or did it all wasn't able to happen either?
Just there's a few riders that was left from the panel were traveling home together and had a small had a dinner, but there was not really not so many left, so it was a bit sad to leave without any goodbye party or anything like that. But the corona makes everything harder, so it is special. But I'm really happy to see that they can continue next year, and then I will see a lot of the staff and riders again. So that's good.
And you had a couple of Belgian beers after the Panadon.
Yeah, a little bit.
Another question about next season. You already talked about you're looking forward to meeting your new teammates. And Loud.bzh22 wanted to know, do you already know some of them?
I don't really know too many riders there, actually. It's Nicky Terpstra I know a little bit, and or spoken a little bit too. But like I said, my French is not super great, and so I've not been speaking so much with the other French riders. But I look forward to meet them, and I'm sure they are super nice people, as most of the people in the peloton are.
And Oscar Moller wanted to know, what kind of role do you see yourself having next season in the Classics and in the Grand Tours? Could there maybe like a 1-2 punch with Nicky in the Classics, or?
Yeah, I think we can help each other a lot and make each other good. So I'm an all-around rider, and I want to still be that, and work on that, and also to do all the classics. And of course, I would love to do Tour de France and be the same kind of rider I've been the last years, and try to go for stages and also help out when needed for other riders. So it's going to be a lot of opportunities, I think. So I look forward to it.
Have you noticed over your career that you sort of like changed as a rider in some aspects, or did you notice you sort of like a different power profile, or did you notice any change over your career, or did you manage to sort of like stay the same? What do you think?
Well, it goes a bit up and down in the years, and so of course some changes there is, but mainly I'm the same kind of rider, but I'm probably not as punchy as before. But hopefully I can get back and be better at sprints and punchy finals. So I think I will try to be better next year in that.
And one more question was from Milan Kaluns, and he wanted to know, which race are you then the most excited for?
Well, it's always the Spring Classics is the main goals I aim for every year. So that's and Roubaix.
And if you had to pick one of them, or Roubaix?
Then it's Roubaix. That's the main goal, and my dream to be on the podium there once. So that's I think that's the biggest one.
Yeah, beautiful race, obviously Roubaix, and I think a dream of many cyclists to be on the podium there. Maybe that little punchy sprinting can come back by being a bit more doing those Zwift races then. Yeah,
I hope so. So that's I will work on it, and we will hopefully find back to some when it was in the old days, and had some really good finals. So that's the main goal.
And then perhaps it would be best if you then can do all the Zwift races next season in a rainbow jersey on Zwift, because there's only going to be one person in that rainbow jersey. Yeah,
that would be really nice. So, but I also hope yeah, of course, it's a lot of Zwift races, but I'm still riding mainly outdoors. So I hope it will be close to a normal season next year. But it's a good preparation for next year with some Zwift races, that's for sure.
All right, awesome. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up, Edvald. Thanks heaps for your time, and enjoy that new Tacx Neo 2T trainer.
I will.
And good luck in the Worlds.
Thank you very much. It's going to be exciting.
All right, we're definitely going to follow you, and make sure you at home, if you're listening, don't forget to follow and tune in as well on December 9th on Zwift at 2:45 p.m. Central European Time. And obviously, you can join one of the group rides, like we mentioned, on the 3rd of December, 8th of December, or the 13th of December from the Garmin Never Stop Cycling Tour to ride with one of the pros and ride on that World Championships course. And as always, make sure you share this episode of the Turbo Talks with Edvald Boasson Hagen, with a friend or two, and take the small effort to leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes. But above all, make sure you never stop cycling. This was Rob Bouw with Edvald Boasson Hagen of Entity Pro Cycling. Stay tuned for the new Turbo Talks.